All right, guys, as always, thanks for taking time out of the evening. Come listen to me talk about jiu-jitsu. As I always said, I don't think jiu-jitsu benefit your life, and nobody can shut up a doubt. Like I also like talking about that sales pitch. Jiu-jitsu is for everybody. Absolutely not for everybody. But if you stick to it, you will 100% benefit from it. Had a couple competitions this weekend. We had the new breeds, and we had a handful of competitors out there. Everyone did well. Not everybody won, but everybody did well. We have some opportunities to learn, some things to work on. Same thing with the NFC fights. We had two of our guys fighting on the pro card for the NFC fights. We had one win, one loss, and both did really well. Both have something to work on. That's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu is no matter how well you do or how bad you do, you can always find something to improve on. I've learned as much from a win as I have from a loss. Have a game plan, and something just doesn't go right. You have to adjust. But try and figure out how to make it go right the next time on that game plan. They talk about jiu-jitsu being like human chess, and we're walking people into traps, right? We're setting traps and trying to catch them with those traps. Sometimes you have to think 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. That's why all this drilling, all these moves work really well to get you where you don't have to think about the moves. So you're doing something, you know the only option they have is to go a certain way. The best example I give of that is a 73-year-old red belt. Grandmaster McGraw was in here teaching a seminar one time. And Keegan was about 22 or 21.
Yeah.
And a 70-something-year-old man was scrambling with Keegan. He put him in a position, he's like, all right, escape this armbar with a scramble. And he knew, because he's been training for so long, he knew Keegan's only option to go a certain way. So it would look like he was out scrambling him. He just knew where Keegan was going to be. There's only one option for him to be somewhere. So he was already there. So it just made him look slow. A 74-year-old, 73-year-old man made Keegan look slow. Right? He's been a black belt for 55 years now. Anyone in here 55 years old? Yeah, he's been a black belt longer than any of us have been alive.
Yeah.
So he literally has forgotten more than all of us will probably know about jiu-jitsu. But it's that experience. That's the one thing in jiu-jitsu you can't fake. You can go buy whatever belt you want from Amazon. They don't even check your ID. Buy a belt. Do whatever you want. But that experience, that mat time, you cannot fake. So enjoy the journey. Enjoy your time on the mat to learn. I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, it's going to suck. You're going to get beat up. You're going to lose. Every single person who steps on these mats lose.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone. But it's part of the process to get more comfortable in those bad positions. I talk about my journey all the time and my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. I didn't put myself in bad positions for a long time. And I ended up in a real tournament. Way later than I should have been. And it's not the time to try and learn. So put yourself in your bad spots in here as early as often as possible. Get beat up. So what? So what? Tap. So what? If you tap 1,000 times in class, it doesn't matter. Right? I'm not going to walk up and give me that strike back. No, give me that belt back. It's not how it works. I want you to lose. I want you to be in your worst positions in here possible. So if you have to use this stuff for real, it's not the first time you've been in that bad spot. You're more comfortable there. You can think clearly there because you've been there a lot. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So we're working on All right, tonight we're going to work on what's called a Sao Paulo pass. It is a pass for a closed guard, and it's a pressure style pass for a closed guard. There are some key elements that you have to do in this to keep yourself from getting your back taken and choked out at the end and all that fun stuff. If I decide I want to pass this direction, I have to have some kind of control of this side, an underhook, or there's a more fancy option like you use, but an underhook is the best option over here. I can get a grip of the armpit, just hold on right here, and that keeps him from taking my back. I can stack him up, way up high here, pass his arm through here, and use his arm as control on this side, keep him taking my back. I can pull his lapel out. Pull his lapel out hard. Stack him up, feed it to myself on the other side, and that keeps him from taking my back. Lots of different options. But the fundamental is something over here to keep him coming this way around my body. So I'm passing this direction. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
That lapel caught you off guard, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to go to Atlanta with a training partner and do a private lesson with Leo Noguera, who's arguably one of the best people in the world at the Sao Paulo Pass. And he showed me some cool details, and I'm going to teach some of the fun parts of what he showed me. So again, we're going to use pressure for this. So I'm driving into George, getting up here with my underhook on the side, opposite of my head. My head's on the side I'm passing to, next to his body here. I'm walking sideways, putting my hip on the ground. I'm not turning my hips or anything yet. I'm just putting my hips straight on the ground. Right? My hips are square still, they're straight on the ground. Once my hips are on the ground, I've trapped his leg here. That's when I start switching my hips to break the guard. He does a fancy leg switch and stuff like that. I like to make it a little bit more miserable for the person. So when I'm passing, I put my hand here. I'm gonna step up right behind that ankle and walk it up. Drive my knee across. Then you can sit through if you want to, and then start full position. It's an easy option. Danny, can I borrow you? Those are longer legs. All right, so again, I'm in closed guard. I want to come up to my feet and drive into him. If I want to pass this direction, I need this arm on an underhook on this side, and my head's going to be on this side of his head. So I'm going to get up on my feet and stack into him as hard as possible here, right? And I'm walking sideways. I'm not circling, but I'm walking sideways until that leg's on the ground, right? My hips are all on top of his leg now. Still have this underhook, switch my hips through. If his legs are still closed, I can fight him, or I can step over the top, right? So keep your legs closed. I can step over I push the legs down, step over the top here, make it real uncomfortable for him. Then they come open, step up behind, walk it up some. That's what makes it really uncomfortable for him. Control his bottom elbow, slide through. And pass. I have the technology. I have my hands. All right, so let's talk about these grips. Different options of the grips, right? I can reach underneath, just have my underhook here. I can reach all the way in, grab hold of the collar here if I want to. I can grab the armpit, just grab a handful of the armpit. I can grab the collar grip, punch the ground right here. This really staples him to the ground, right? So I start trying to pass this way, even if I'm up talking, he stapled the ground over here, but I want to be down low, right? Walking over, slip my hips, all that fun stuff. If he's got his legs still crossed, I can elbow. Break it. It's effective, right?
It's legal.
I'm elbowing the shin, I'm clearing it. He's got his leg crossed still, trying to not let me get my hips up, boom, elbow. Step behind. Make sense? But this is important. Like I said, we can stack them up if we need to. Get way up here. A lot of shoulder pressure on him. Keep your guard closed. If I stack him up and he opens his guard, then I'm gonna go. But if he keeps his guard closed, I stack him up here, then I'm passing the gi underneath. Sit up. Sit up. I'm holding the lapel underneath. Make sense? As far as the lapel, this will stop him from being able to follow me. Go back down. So I'm here, right? Sit through this way. He can't come into me. Elbow it. Get it clear. Step through. Remember this bottom elbow, right? If I'm not paying attention to the bottom elbow, I start to slide through, he's going to tuck his knee. Elbow in here, start coming around this way, and work on ways to get past me, stuff like that. I want to control this bottom elbow, start pumping it nice and tight. So you work on knee stuff. Good control. Hips off the ground, pressure into them. Different than this, right? Different. Make sense? So play with the different grip options. Got it?
Yes, sir.
The key is just controlling that far side so they can't come into you. They can't follow to take your back. If I don't control that far side, if I'm like here or something like that, start coming this way, he's gonna pop up my head and my back is taken. I'm in danger. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
I don't want that. So I'm under the arm every single time. Yes.
What if they whizzer that underhook and you grab your lapel to hold on? So
Show me.
Leave me out of this.
Okay. So if they're having problems with that, there.
Yeah, so I can't.
Yeah, that grip stops it.
So get it before they
Yeah. You go this grip. Usually when you're here, I'm going for this under, I'm here, right? It's already too late to get all the way there. It's pressure in. You guys, I'm up here talking. It's easy to whizzer here. Yeah, I'll get that lapel, but in a real match, I'm just here. Space isn't there. Killing the pressure. Pressure. All this space is the enemy. When I'm teaching, when I'm talking. I'm doing the move, I'm under the chin, driving the face forward, making it miserable. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, 1, 2. What we worked on last week? Anyone? I don't know, that was so last week. Guard passing, right? Spotter guard passing.